It's been a while. Hopefully I know how to do YouTube stuff, because it's been a very long time. I hope I know how to do it. I'm pretty sure I do. Hello everyone, JRDL96 here with a brand new video, and as you can tell, it's been a while. It's been nearly 3 months. That's probably the first time I've taken a long break from YouTube since before I started doing the 1 video a day schedule back in 2016. This is prior to this, because I started doing the 1 video a day schedule in 2017, early 2017. And after that, I've been just making videos every single day. That's been my thing for the past 5 years. And I've been doing this for 11 years. I've been on YouTube 11 years. So, it's crazy how time flies. Now, I don't know what to categorize this and what to call this. A update of, story time. The reason why I'm calling it a story time video is because a lot of things happened leading up to my time away from YouTube. And a lot of things happened during that period of time, during the past 3 months. So I want to update you guys on what's been going on. How have I been doing? So the way I'm going to format this video is that we're going to start off with things that led to my decision to take time off from YouTube. Then we'll talk about what's been going on during this time, what I've been up to. And third, we're going to talk about the future. Future plans for the channel and what my plans are going forward. So let's start off with what led to me deciding I'm going to have to take some time off from YouTube. What led to that? Well, a lot of things. Now, what do I mean by a lot of things? Well, for one, I think you could say a lot of, combined, stress from a lot of, traumatic events during the past 2 years for me. Kind of boiled over. I had a falling out with somebody. Then last year was probably the biggest for me. In 2021, I lost 2 of my dogs. They died in a span of 2 months. First off, Horatio, the dog that used to sleep with me at night, that you probably saw in a couple videos of mine over the years. And then Misha in 2 months later. That was really rough, and I didn't really take time off for that when I should have. I honestly should have taken time off during those times. It was very rough, especially Horatio was pretty much my dog, and it was rough, going through that and stuff like that, and I didn't really have time to really grieve and, get over it. So that was kind of building up for months. And then another factor was the fact that back in June of last year, I started to work a second job. So obviously the 2 jobs I have, one was the one I've had the longest, which was my job at the supermarket working in the deli department. And then I got this new job last year for the town, working for parks. So pretty much I've been working part-time for both jobs, and pretty much that meant I had to work. I was working literally every single day. So I had to juggle 2 jobs and YouTube. And you probably can see that that's a lot. That's a little too much. Probably for someone else that, if you were in my shoes, that probably would be too much for you. But I try to balance it and try to make as many videos as possible and be ahead so I have enough time for myself. But there will be times, especially when I'm working for the town, every time I was there were all morning shifts, early morning shifts. So I'm getting up around 7 a.m. to go to work at 8 a.m., which isn't fun. 3 days a week, pretty much. And then 4 days a week at my supermarket job. So that wasn't very fun. I'd be very tired, very exhausted. don't really have time to really, make the videos that I want or edit them or whatever. So pretty much having the 2 jobs at this point was heavily affecting my free time when it came to making videos on YouTube. And the other main reason why I decided to take time off was because I talked about this in some community posts and Instagram story posts, but I'll refresh your memory, and that is because I honestly felt I was putting too much pressure on myself when it came to making videos for YouTube. Like I was putting too much pressure on myself to get certain videos done. Like, for example, I still have to finish this, but at that time it was starting to really get to me, and that was the In Space with Markiplier videos and getting all that stuff done. That wasn't fun, trying to rush to get these videos done. Well, part 1 for each video, for part 1 and part 2 of In Space, I had to work the next day after filming it for the town, and I had to get up super early in the morning. And if you remember, In Space with Markiplier part 1 for me and In Space with Markiplier part 2 for me, you probably remember I was wearing my Darkiplier cosplay, and I had, the suit, my hair was, done, and I had my, war mask and the stupid raccoon eyes, and then I had to edit the video, which was over an hour and a half or more or so that didn't help. And then I had to go shower right afterwards and get rid of the stupid makeup and get all the gel out of my hair. And then have to work on the video, get it uploaded, get the thumbnail done, and then be done by like 3 a.m. And then, sleep for like 3 hours and then just get up around 7 o'clock for the town. It just wasn't really healthy. It was obviously unhealthy. So honestly, that was really rough during that time, trying to get those In Space with Markiplier videos done. And still, I have to get it done. I still have to finish In Space with Markiplier Part 2. And then I have to do the reacting to the behind the scenes and the bloopers. So, it's so rough for me. Like, it's just too much. Another factor which ties into the putting pressure on myself was getting potential skits made or work on potential ego videos, trying to brainstorm ideas on what I want to do with the characters of mine, or potential, skits that have nothing to do with them. Trying to work on those videos, work on, brainstorming ideas on what I could do. I'm trying to juggle all these potential things, like the In Space, then potential ideas for video skits or ego videos. Like, it was just getting too much for me. And then to top it off, and I still have yet to even work on this, I've probably mentioned it a couple times over the past, 9 months. But I have a bunch of footage from California when I went to travel for the first time by myself to California back in December of last year. I have a bunch of footage for a vlog that I filmed back then when I went down there. And I've still yet to work on it. I've not worked on it yet. It's still there, and I've yet to work on it. And that obviously aggravates me. And it's now gotten to the point where I'm like, is it even worth posting this? Because now I don't use that camera anymore, that action camera anymore. I started using the GoPro ever since that Crane Gameplays tour. Like, do you want to listen to crappy audio? Is it worth listening to? So that, I haven't had time to work on that. So you combine all those things, and it was putting so much pressure on myself to even get any of these videos done. And it got to the point where it just didn't feel fun creating videos. It just didn't feel fun anymore. It just didn't. It really didn't. It was rough for a while, like leading up to the end of May. Like, after In Space with Markiplier Part 2, I was like, okay, I gotta make sure I get Part 2 done at some point. Hopefully by the end of the month. I kept saying that to myself. Gotta get all this done by the end of the month. Not a good idea to put, deadlines in your head saying you got to get these videos done, or you're gonna miss the boat, or you're gonna miss the potential, you know, hit of views, you know, that kind of stuff. Like, all this pressure, it was just so much, too much. It got to the point where I just said enough. It's like I pretty much was burning myself out heavily. I was burning myself out. That's pretty much what I did. I burned myself out. I felt burnt out by then. And I just decided, you know what? I need the time off. I need time away. I need to really refresh my mind, get my mind off of YouTube, and not worry about getting videos done. So for the last 3 months, I've been enjoying this time away. I feel a little refreshed. I feel you know, I don't feel pressured anymore. I don't feel like all the stress of it anymore. Like, it's just been very nice and, you know, fun for me. So now that I say that, let's, you know, tie this in with talking about what I've been doing the past 3 months. What's been going on? A lot of stuff happened to me personally, you know, in my personal life, and a lot of changes in my life happened. So let's talk about that. And we'll talk about one of my jobs. And that involves both, but one of them, unfortunately, doesn't end well. And that is my job at the supermarket, which I will say was called Stop and Shop. I worked there for Stop and Shop for nearly 8 years leading up to this. And this literally happened maybe a week after I started taking time off. So I'll give you the Cliff Notes version of this, since the story on itself will probably be long enough to be its own story time video. And that is the fact that I decided to quit my job at Stop and Shop. I felt, to me, like it needed to happen. It was probably the best course of action for me, because at this point I didn't feel happy at that job anymore. So I just decided to just say, you know what, I'm done. And that was it. And this kind of ties in with my other job for the town. Around that same time, leading up to this, I got calls from, the higher ups over there for the town, and they told me that I am qualified to become full-time. And they said, when do you want to start full-time? And I said around the beginning of June. So I became full-time for the town in the first few days of June. So what a crazy week for me. So I quit my job at Stop and Shop and became full-time in my other job. What a crazy turn of events. So that happened, but also this kind of happened around the same time as this. But ironically, this happened the moment I stopped uploading daily. And you could probably tie this in with, especially with the new issues going on with YouTube and every content creator on the platform, to pretty much, calling them out and stuff. I got a bajillion copyright claims on most of my Jacksepticeye reaction videos from the network, I guess, that is affiliated with Jack, Studio 71. I know I'm not the only one that got copyright claim for this, but I remember one day when this all started, I got over 50 claims in a span of like 3 hours. How dumb is that? And all it took was me deciding to take time off because I felt so burnt out from doing videos. Then, the stupid idiots at, Studio 71 decided, get him. Let's get him. And copyright claim him to death. And I still am getting claims to this day. I still get claims from all my other Jacksepticeye videos. I still get claims, once in almost like every other week. Or, at least once a week. It's just been daily for me, getting copyright claim after copyright claim for every reaction of my video to Jacksepticeye. And you're probably thinking, well, you probably deserve it because you're pretty much stealing his content. Yeah, you got a point, but am I really stealing his content, or am I being transformative with that? Because there are it's not just me that's doing all this reaction stuff. That's for sure. And I sure as hell am not just sitting here, not saying a goddamn word, and just looking at the screen for like 10-15 minutes, not reacting or emoting. I'm not like Jinx or some other, YouTube channel that just does nothing but sit there and watch a video for like 5-10 minutes. I'm being as transformative with the reaction as possible. I'm not trying to overdo or overreact. Sometimes I do for the sake of it if it's appropriate in the moment, but I try to be as authentic with my reactions as I possibly can. I'm not trying to steal the content. I link the video in the fucking description. Every fucking video I do for reactions, I link them in the description. Every time. Every video. Every single video, I link them in the description. So that you know where to go. So if you don't want to see my dumb reaction to the video, you could just watch it yourself. That's why I put the link in the description. I credit the Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, Crane Gameplays. I credit them pretty much when linking them in the description. I talk about them and I try to be as transformative with it as possible. That's pretty much what I do. So that was a rough time for me, like getting claimed to death with just endless copyright claims from YouTube, from Studio 71 on my Jacksepticeye videos. And I think this is not the first time that they have done this shady shit. I think people have had issues with them for the past couple years, actually. So it's kind of like the Super Bam stuff. So I have no idea. Kind of similar to Super Bam, I feel like. But who knows? I don't know if it's necessarily Jacksepticeye himself doing it, because I don't see him actually being the one who's sending these copyright claims. I don't think he's that kind of a person to do that, because it's more hypocritical for him to do that, because he's pretty much reacting to his Reddit, he's reacting to TikToks, he's reacting to scary videos on the internet. He's doing pretty much the same thing I'm doing. Cinnamon Toast Ken, he's doing that stuff too. PewDiePie, he's doing it. Mark does it. Ethan does it. And other big YouTubers are doing it. Everybody's doing videos of watching their stupid TikToks. That's what they're doing. So how am I in the wrong? I don't get... Why am I getting claimed from this? I don't know. Unfortunately, the last big thing really that happened during the past 3 months really was, unfortunately, the death of my grandfather on my father's side. Not the same grandfather that I named my Dr. Spindler character after. That was from my mom's side. This was on my dad's side. So I had to deal with that around late June, and going to his funeral, going to his services, it was a rough time. And obviously it gave me more time to really grieve. So it's been rough for the last few months. But after a while, I kind of, got better and stuff like that. So overall, I've been doing pretty good now, and that's what matters. So pretty much, to summarize, I quit my job at Stop and Shop, became full-time in my other job, got copyright claimed to death by Studio 71, and then unfortunately I had to deal with the death of my grandfather on my father's side. So that's pretty much what I've been dealing with. So let's talk about my future plans going forward. So pretty much we have a lot of videos to catch up on from everyone that I follow. Yes, even Jacksepticeye, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people are saying, oh, well, since you've been getting a lot of copyright claims from Jacksepticeye, the Studio 71 that is affiliated with Jacksepticeye, does this mean we're not going to see any more Jacksepticeye reactions? That is not gonna happen. Like, I am not gonna stop reacting to Jacksepticeye. Definitely not. I'm not gonna let some stupid automated system that is completely broken and obviously so flawed that people can abuse it stop me. I'm not gonna let it stop me. So, no worries. Jacksepticeye videos will continue. I will continue to react to Jacksepticeye videos going forward. Obviously, Markiplier. We have the In Space with Markiplier stuff to still do. Finish that up. Crane Gameplays. There's a lot of cool stuff he put out recently. And I also got to do the story time video for when I went to see Crane Gameplays during his I Have to Do This show back in April. I still got to do that. And I honestly don't remember anything that happened during this show. So that's why it was so, I was putting pressure to get that done because I want to have it still fresh in my mind. It's been a long time now since. It's been over 4 months since then. So that doesn't help. So we have plenty of videos to check out and do, and you know, also try to work on the vlog. If you want to see my vlog that I filmed back in December of last year when I went to California, went to travel alone for the first time, when I went to see my girlfriend down there. So if you're interested in seeing that, let me know in the comments. So I gotta potentially work on that at some point. So since there's a lot of videos to do, does that mean like, am I gonna be doing videos daily right away? Definitely not. I obviously want to take things slow with that. I obviously don't want to dive in head first because that would be a little too much. I want to just take things slow and just upload every other day or so. I still got to figure that out. And honestly, I have 3 videos that I filmed all the way back in May that I have not, officially, made public or, scheduled, because it was during that time when I was so burnt out and I obviously just didn't have time to really, finish them. So if you're wondering what those videos are, they are my reactions to the Crank Gameplays Mario Kart 8 videos with Mark. Those videos. That was all done back in May. And you're probably going to notice that my, look is going to be very, all, like, my look is going to be all over the place. Like, one moment I'm going to have a thicker beard, shorter hair on the sides, like, because I filmed a bunch of videos a few weeks ago, to kind of get back into the groove. So if you notice, like, this, inconsistent, hair length and, beard compared to the last video, I apologize. It's just because they were filmed at different points in time. And I just haven't gotten the chance to really fully make them yet. I wanted to wait until I got this video done to get back into that groove and getting all these videos done. So that's why it's taken this long. So overall, I'm really excited to getting back into making videos again and stuff like that. It's so surreal to me that even though I've been gone for 3 months, you guys still reached out to me and commented and, was kind of, concerned of, like, what's going on? Like, what's been going on with you? Like, have you been? Hope you're doing well. The fact that you guys reached out to me through the comments on, how I've been doing, I really appreciate that, and that really means a lot to me. Like, I'm just this random person on the internet, and the fact that you guys care about my well-being and care about me as a person is just amazing to me. And I really want to say thank you to those who reached out to me. That really meant a lot. And I hope you guys are doing well yourself. But anyways, I guess you could say that is it. I don't know what else to say. Hopefully I got everything out. I'm probably missing a thing or two, but hopefully I got everything out, because this was overdue for me. I really needed to get this off my chest and clear things up. So anyways, I'm really excited in getting back into doing YouTube videos again. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and be on the lookout for some videos after this. Don't know when, but you know, it's probably going to be very sporadic. So anyways, if you like what you saw here, hit the like button, subscribe, share this video with your friends. Be sure to ring that bell to be part of the notification squad. Be sure to check out my Instagram, because I make cool edits on Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, even myself. I also interact with the cosplays on there, so go check it out. And be sure to check out my Tumblr and my Discord in the description as well. So until next time, JRDeal96 signing out, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.